There is this one television that is so entertaining. It is so inspiring and so educative. It is God's own television, TV station that changes sinners, TV station for the oppressed, TV station for the hopeless. Star-Crossed TV, inspiring station. Watch Star-Crossed TV, enlightening station. Watch Star-Crossed TV, empowering station. God's own station, uniting the world. There is this one television that is so entertaining. It is so inspiring and so educative. It is God's own television, TV station that changes sinners, TV station for the oppressed, TV station for the hopeless. Star-Crossed TV, inspiring station. Watch Star-Crossed TV, enlightening station. Watch Star-Crossed TV, empowering station. God's own station.
Good morning, Alaga, Araima, Akwaba, Sambanani. Welcome to Morning Star Breakfast Show. Yes, today is another day in the month of love. After all the whole love events yesterday, the Power of Love, Anger Free Day, and the world also had the Valentine celebration. I trust you must have received enough love as much as you gave love yesterday. And today we're back to normal working activities, and we're still gonna share more about yesterday's experience on Morning Star Breakfast Show. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. I am Queen Sam, and I'm here with the ever-glowing JD. Good morning.
Good morning, Sister.
Alright, ever glow, your face is me. What is that?
Good morning.
Joy is too tired. I think you're tired from yesterday.
Just a little bit cold, kind of. Yeah, just having this cold. But then it's fine. You said tired of yesterday.
From yesterday.
I was in my room on my bed all day.
So yesterday we had like 3 events. We had the flag off for the Anger Free Day, Holy Trinity, and
flag off for Holy Trinity week, and grand finale for Anger Free Day yesterday,
and the Power of Love.
Power of Love
for the
all of them
in Anger Free Day.
We had all of them, all 3 in one yesterday. You know, in the Great Hall in the morning. So yeah,
it's quite interesting to see. And today we'll be getting we'll just talk a little bit about love. Yesterday, for Brotherhood of the Crossing Star Faithfuls, it was Anger Free Day, and where we celebrated once again the moment our Holy Father challenged the entire world that if they're able to make him angry, I don't know what was the follow-up. What was the follow-up?
And there's gonna be a prize. Whoever will be able to make him get angry.
Nobody.
Yes, he's going to reward the person. Yes. But till today, nobody has gotten that reward because nobody has been able to make our Father get angry. That's to tell you that it's only God that can, endure and tolerate such things. Because for me, sometimes I feel that people might have been doing things that this this thing this person did should be provoking, you know.
Yeah,
but then father will
enough.
just look at it and smile.
There's some things that you expect him to react
and he doesn't. So that's what makes him God.
Yeah,
and
it's just to tell you that being in human form, it is very possible to control and to overcome anger, because the father was just demonstrating to us that this thing is possible. I think that's just the way, that's my interpretation of the whole event. Like, father is telling us anger is not good, we can't be able to overcome it. Let me show you, so that you can emulate, because the father is always practical about what he preaches. So when you see him demonstrating such in that manner, you just know that it is possible for us to do it as far as we have him in us. So let's talk about anger a little bit, because we have like some interesting and spicy segments this morning. Of course, I want to ask, for all of you watching us right now, tell us how you spent your yesterday. For many took it overboard. We saw a lot of suppressing moments on the internet, but one particular thing I liked about some people was that they extended it to the less privileged.
Yes.
Some people went to prison yesterday, some people went to the orphanage homes, some people visited the elderly displaced homes. Then we had a lot of people some people started with their neighbors. Someone like me, I started with my neighbor, Sister Joy. I ensured she ate enough good food. And she will come here now and deny it too, but you know, and that's why you see her looking so fresh this morning, because yesterday I took care of her and ensured that no single iota of anger came across her mind yesterday, and she was doing well. Even up to night when I checked up on her, how are you? Have the food digested? She said yes.
How nice.
It can be nice. Alright, tell us how you spent your yesterday. But for Sister Joy, what do you think was anger like? What do you think are the dangers of anger? Is it like a good thing? Because I know many people feel like if they don't get angry, they don't get expressive enough for people to know, okay, this is what they're capable of.
Nope. I wouldn't agree to that. I disagree. Now, anger first is actually not a good thing, because it's a state of mind where somebody gets to do something out, not willingly, because anger will trigger you to do things that you're not supposed to do when your head is calm. You understand? So anger will lead you to do things that you regret at the end of the day. Some of the things will be regretted, and then some of them might not, but then it might cause a damage later in the future, which you can't tell. So anger actually is not a good thing per se to exhibit, because anger will lead you to do things you're not supposed to do. A little anger can trigger you to make statements, words, things, say things that you can't take back. At the end of the day, you'll be regretting, oh, why did I do this?
Well, sometimes, why did I do that? People always say, for you to know people's true intentions
is when they're angry.
So do you feel like that's a good thing or is a bad thing?
No, I wouldn't say true intentions. Honestly, I don't know why they will always tag that, but just like saying wait until when somebody is rich, you will know their true color. I don't know if you understand, because they always say when this happened, that's when you know this.
Yeah, because people believe that humility is associated with poverty.
Jeez.
Yes.
Which is totally not true. I beg. I disagree with that. Because somebody can actually be happy here without being upset, and they can do some terrible things. You understand? People can just sit down and be like, somebody that is angry will just say what is in our mind or is in our head at the moment, and then after that day it's over. But somebody who doesn't react, somebody who does not say things like that, can sit down and be planning evil against, because it can happen. They usually say that people that don't talk much, people that don't yell too much, or do they always have the interior motive behind a crime or a sin or whatever situation that happened that didn't favor them, so they will always want to think of what to do ahead. So somebody who yells, who talk at the time when he or she is angry, and then doesn't use does not carry things to hit the next person, is actually good, or it's better that way. But now if you're angry, you can as well be violent at the moment. It can cause cause you to kill somebody, can cause you to injure somebody, you can even create damage to yourself. That is why one thing you should always avoid is any conversation that will lead you to fighting with somebody. Because when you're angry and then this person is also another person that is very should I say temperamental, I don't even know the word to use, but have this very anger in him or her, and then both of you have the same thing in common, which is anger in you, that doesn't take a minute to spike up, and then two of you get into an argument. Before you know, this one will look for bottle, this one will look for axe, this one
or World War IV, something like that. I don't know.
This one will look for this one, this one will look for this one. So for in Brotherhood of the Crossing Star here, Father had declared that day, 14th of February, to be anger-free.
Not just
day.
that day. I think that day we commemorate the whole anger-free day. But
because that day was the day our Father made that statement in the year.
I think it's 1949, 1948? I really don't recall.
Yes,
but I think, or 1978.
19
somebody
something.
should call us and let us know. If it's history, ask
yes,
the joy.
yes.
We're not just involved.
Of course,
but
of course.
Sister, I have a question for you.
Okay.
For anger, do you think expressing anger or suppressing it, which one is best?
Well, I would say, wow, this question is very complicated, but I would say you should. I wouldn't use the word anger, but then I would say.
You spoke about somebody. You say it's preferable for you to yell and all of that.
Yes. Okay. Now there are two disadvantages. Okay, there are disadvantages and advantage to this anger of a thing. Now, if you are angry, and then if you're somebody that don't know how to pretend, don't know how to keep things to yourself, don't know how to endure those things, and then you try to, you won't have peace of mind. Secondly, you will just be so uncomfortable around the person.
So you think you should
just let it go. Now, letting it go does not mean that you must do it in a violent way, because that's where the anger comes in. So now, somebody has done something to you you don't like. Feel free to express yourself to the person by telling the person, this is what you did, and you're saying it with anger, because you're feeling it, the pain is inside of you, and you just want to let it out. So you have every right to. If you don't know how to swallow that anger and let it go, honestly, I wouldn't say you should swallow it, because most people who tend to swallow it don't forgive. And if you swallow it and then you say, no, I'm just going to let it slide, you haven't said anything about that thing. You're not going to, the person will just keep on doing the same thing to you over and over, because you haven't let the person know you don't like this particular thing. Therefore means the person should stop it. Now, if the person is something that maybe the person cannot do or cannot do without or so, there are other means you can do with it. You can deal with it. You know that, okay, when anything that will lead the person to doing this thing, you just avoid it. You get. So I would rather say, if somebody gets you upset, let it out, let it go. Like, feel free to talk about it, not in a violent way, but make sure that the person feel make the person feel the pain,
aware of
exactly of what
because I think most people actually trigger people unintentionally.
Yes, unintentionally.
So you don't even know that this is something Joy Dambo hates. So at the end of the day, Joy Dambo gets me. I already know Joy Dambo. Let me start see her face. It's always showing on her face. So when you now see it, you just like, dance, baby, what happened? No. But there are some people that don't express. Have this expression on their face that they are upset or something. So I feel like for that period, you need to communicate. And we should always be very cautious, because while you're communicating, you might end up offending yourself and the person all over again. So you need to communicate your anger, like in a very subtle way, to let them know, okay, this is what is triggering me. Please, can you don't do this again next time? And I feel like that's the only best way to do it. But for some people, like, they don't really like, somebody like me, I really don't like to communicate too much. I won't even lie on TV. I don't really like to communicate. When I'm angry, I rather just keep to myself, because I feel like I might not be able to control my words at that moment. So I just let it be. When it's cool, I can see that man that rubs powder on his face. Kule. When I'm kule. Then later, at that moment, to say, please don't do it it again. I beg. This is what triggered me
yes,
at
it's
the
true.
moment.
That's another part.
And that's the kind of person I am. But for you, if you know you can, be very cautious of your words. You should be able to communicate. I think that's the best way to resolve anger issues or whatever triggered your anger. Which brings me to the next one. What do you think are the causes of anger? What do you think will make somebody so? I think when we talk about anger, we're always looking at it in a very broad way. There's something they call vex. I don't feel like for Nigerians, I don't feel like vex measures to anger. It doesn't measure up to anger. When you say they vex for you, it just means that the person is a little bit upset.
Yes.
For us, so I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
It means that the person is a little bit of vex, and they say, "Are they para for you?" Not in an anger level with that. So, what do you think? What do you think are the causes of anger?
Yes, a lot of things can get somebody upset. A lot and lots of things. Starting from the things you don't like. Now, you can come into, for example, maybe today is your birthday. This thing is fun of happening actually. Maybe today happens to be your birthday and you're dressed out to go to work or something, and then your neighbors started, happy birthday, and then the next thing, one bucket of water has just been poured on you. Now that can trigger. That can trigger anger. Like
really,
don't
really annoying.
That
boy is giving you street warning. Her birthday is coming up soon. She's just telling you. She's just using this platform to announce it. Please, nobody should pour her water on her birthday.
Don't try that.
Let me say anger in Nigerian words. Anger.
Okay, just imagine, dressing up this morning to come to Morning Star, and then China makes your birthday.
Find neighbor,
then the next thing, water. Oh no, God, I'll be so mad. But the truth is, I won't be able to do anything. I won't be able to beat the person or whatever. But I'll be so mad. Now, another thing that can make somebody to be upset, it's some people don't like when somebody is yelling at them. They don't like being yelled at, so sometimes if you're having a conversation with person, maybe you did something wrong, and then person come to you, and instead of saying, Joy, why did you do this thing now? I don't like the way you did this. And say, Joy, what is wrong with you? Are you mad? Why did you do this? Started using foul words and all of that on you. That alone can trigger the anger, and you'll be like, some people like respect. Some people like, if you don't respect them, you don't give them that respect, and it can get them upset. There are many instances. Another one, maybe sometimes you might tend to use somebody's property and then you destroy it, you damage it, or maybe want to return it.
I think that one you deserve the shouting, the scolding.
Maybe I lend you something and you decide to use it, and then when you want to return it, it's damaged, or you can't return it because you've spoiled the thing, and I want to use it at the moment, and then I come to you and say, Mr. Queen, please, you borrowed my kettle, can I have it back? And then you say, oh, I'm sorry, I broke the hand. Like, really? Some people will be able to tolerate that, but some people will be angry. You understand? Now, some people will be like, oh, so you spoiled it. Why can't you come and tell me that, this is what happened? Why can't you? You have to keep it until I come to you. That alone can upset the person. So there are so many things that can trigger. Now, let me bring for the instance. There's a video that was trending 2 days ago about a woman who sells plantain. Now, that video, a lot of people said things about the video, and some people said good things also. A woman was roasting plantain. She sells plantain on the roadside, and then a young girl came to buy the plantain, and then the woman wrapped the plantain and gave to the girl. I think some of you are acquainted with this story because it was trending all over. You're not? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so,
I'm not
shocking of you.
Please just give me the gist.
Okay, so the lady went to buy the plantain from the woman, and then the woman wrapped one of the plantain and gave to her, and then she collected the plantain and beat it a little, and then she now dropped it. She gave the woman and said, man, this plantain is not sweet. And then she dropped it, and the woman just looked at her and said, what is wrong? She collected the plantain back from the lady, and then when she dropped the plantain, the lady walked in like she was going, and then she carried the plantain and said, what is wrong with this plantain now? She just, and then the lady came back. So it was actually a prank. Somebody was filming the moment the woman who is selling the plantain was not aware. Now, putting yourself in that woman's shoe that is selling the plantain, you sell something to somebody,
bad.
you know, not just feeling bad. I know some market women, they will hold you, drag you first. It's not like she just collected the plantain and returned it. She collected it and bite it first before returning. You understand? So now, returning the plantain after you must have eaten a piece of it.
The woman?
Yes. After eating a piece of it, and then she returned the plantain back, and the woman just kind of what is wrong with this plantain? And then the lady came back immediately and removed, I think it should be a bundle of 10,000 or so, and gave to the woman. And this woman started tearing up. She was crying. And then the woman told her that actually it's a prank. So they wanted to see how she would have reacted concerning that particular moment. Now that plantain might be just maybe 100 naira or 200 naira, but because of the level of tolerance, how she was able to endure, she was trying to process the whole thing, that she didn't even react, she didn't get upset, landed her times 20 of what she was selling.
On a normal day,
now,
I don't, okay.
On a normal day, nobody would take that, now you understand, on a normal. But the woman was not aware that she was being filmed, you get. So the lady gave the plantain, and then the money to the woman who sells the plantain. The woman went on her knees and started crying, hugging the girl, thanking her, you know. Now this video went viral. A lot of people loved it. What made people to like this video was because of the woman's reaction when the lady dropped the plantain. She wasn't upset, she didn't run after the girl or something, she didn't react. She was just like, you know, sweet, why is it not sweet? You understand? You know, so she just held the plantain and was just looking at it, saying, So now everybody saw a good heart in this woman, and they decided to make a donation for the woman. So yesterday, nice. I think yesterday or so, I saw the video where the lady that came to give her that money, came back again with a sum of 500,000 naira. Nice. And this was contributed, people contributed this money due to what they saw. So the lady came and said, mama, so the video that day, you know, went viral, and a lot of people were touched by your reaction and how you handled the issue. So they decided to support your business with 500,000 naira. And this woman went into tears.
It's nice. You never know how God can bless you.
Honestly,
it's always very nice to keep your emotions in check. But again,
the tears that run out of my eyes when I watch that video.
I wouldn't stand here to support pranks, because pranks have given people enough trauma and
yes,
PTSD, because you don't just joke with people's feelings like that. What if the woman has like a low blood pressure? Because I've seen a lot of prank people do on the internet now. They just come like they are jazzing people or doing ritual. The next everybody start running. Yesterday I saw one. The guy ran into the highway and was almost knocked off or knocked down by a moving car, which would have been a casualty that would have been experienced in the course of you pranking people. I don't really support prank, but I just feel like maybe that's an avenue God just wanted to good way. And
I you know, at some point I was like, it's not that woman that was sitting down there, it was God inside that woman. Maybe because that is how God wants to use that medium to bless her. So God made sure that she didn't react, because there is nobody that wouldn't have reacted to that.
If it's Joy Dambo, just don't
hello
as they move, they finish you.
That's not me.
Don't try her.
No, that's not me. That's not me. I disagree. I disagree with you.
Joy Dambo, okay, please today come and fry plantain. We are going to your house.
Yes.
You fry plantain today, and I'm going to do the same thing.
No problem.
But she come, you know, go see.
No problem. I won't react. No, it's fine.
You can. That's a nice demonstration of what anger controlling anger can, you know, do for you, because it can do a whole lot aside from monetary benefits. But I also feel one of the causes of anger is over expectation. When you expect too much from people, you will get angry when they fall short. I feel like this is one of the major causes of anger. Like if you're not expecting too much from people, maybe you do something for someone, which is one of the reasons why Father always says, when you do something, do not expect anything back in return.
Yes.
So if you do something for someone, or invest one way. Like our parents, they always say we are their investments. You put something in them or your children or something, and you don't see them going the way you want them to go. Maybe they're just living their lives normally the way they please. You'll be angry. Sometimes belt up anger is even more dangerous, because little things, there's an African adage that says the day you that African mothers, you keep on pouring palm oil, they will not beat you, they will just be talking to you. But the day you pour little water, a drop of water on the ground, that they will finish you and remind you of when you pour out the palm oil, the kernel oil, and everything. I think belts of anger can be very, very dangerous. When you over expect people to go the way you want them to go, to do the things you want them to do, then you start getting angry. I don't think we should expect too much from people. Give people the chance to, do the things they want to do, because everybody came with different missions. So you don't need to impose your ideologies on people. You don't need to impose too much on people. Allow people live their lives. So I think that was one, amongst all the other things Sister Joy said earlier, I think that's one of the major causes of anger. Now let's talk about controlling anger. I think Sister Joy, we spoke about communication, which is one of the effective means of controlling anger, because you need to communicate in the right way when you are angry. At that moment, let people know this is what is triggering me, please don't do it anymore. And you are the receiving end. Somebody approaches you with caution and tells you, oh please, you've upset me and this is what you're doing that I don't really like. Please don't laugh. Because some people can be like so annoying. You're telling them, oh, this is what I don't like. You be like, oh,
I don't suffer. Now what? Yes,
where you come out from? Like, why? Those kind of things. That thing can make somebody so upset. Don't even come and act. Don't be that annoying. I don't even want to use this phrase on TV, but don't be that annoying person that would make somebody so triggered. That's witchcraft. It's witchcraft, because the devil is using you to make somebody derail from God's path. Because the Father has said, when you harbor anger in you, you are no longer, you don't have like God in you, because God and anger cannot stay in the same mind. So that means you have definitely derailed or deviated from the path of God. So this is one of the things I think people need to be aware of, that anger can cost you the unthinkable. At that moment, it can make you lose your tongue, and you say things that will make you lose opportunities, make you lose favor, make you lose the next level you're supposed to get to. You keep on repeating previous levels, you keep on going back, because you're not prepared mentally to overcome and control your emotions. So let's look at, I think I made a small research on the things that you can do to control anger. And the first thing I want to talk about is relaxation. You need to relax your mind. What do you think? Like, in terms of relaxation, maybe you go for an exercise. There's so many things you can do for relaxation. You just sometimes when somebody tends to offend you or say things to trigger you, it just it's not everything you react to. In as much I would say react and let your feelings known, but at that time when you see that somebody is upset, trying to get you upset at the same time, you don't need to be like the person, because they usually say that two wrongs don't make it right. So now when you see that somebody else is upset, you just walk away, give them their peace, you understand? Because if you want to react that same time, a lot of things will go wrong, so you just give yourself, walk away, and then get yourself, sip your tea. If you want to sip your tea, go inside, chill, relax, do exercise, go for workouts, just run around, do something. Cool solemn music can relax you, and meditation. I don't think we actually do a lot of meditation around. We need to also know that meditations are part of prayers. You just sit down quiet and try to listen,
play music. Music has a way of reviving.
Listen to nature, listen to the breeze blowing in your ear. Just try to just find yourself in a mood where your mind is clear. Take some breathing exercise, breathe in and out. I think one of the most effective way of controlling anger, just breathe 3 times.
and then you hold yourself, say,
think about it.
I won't say anything, and then you just walk away.
And just walk away.
You'll be proud. Honestly, you'll be proud of yourself that you did it.
Then the second one is try to avoid violent words. That's one of the means to control anger. At that moment when you are very angry, please don't say anything violent. Don't say anything abusive. Don't abuse. Don't curse anybody. Just try to communicate your anger or the reason or what is triggering you. Try to make the next person who is offending you aware that they are actually offending you, but don't use any abusive or curse words. That would make things worse because the other person might not receive it in good faith. And we're not really concerned about the next person. It's about you. Emotions is you. How you react is what we are concerned about. So we are not really going to talk about, oh, maybe because the next person triggers you, this is this or this is that. Don't forget, the key is you. How you react to every situation is what matters the most. The next is problem solving. I think this also joins with communication. I feel like when you walk to the person, try to resolve the issue. Okay, Sister Joy, yesterday you passed by and I told you don't do this, but you did it. Please, can you tell me why you did it? And I'm expecting, or you don't expect too much from people. But if Sister Joy is watching this program, she'll say, oh, Sister Queen, the method you brought was not nice, but I had to use another method instantly, or instantaneous decision, or spontaneous decisions rather, so that we could make these things work better. Or go, sorry. It's a very therapeutic word. Sorry, I did not inform you pre-hand. I hope to do better next time. Okay, no problem, Sister Joy. Let's see. Okay, what was the issue here? Let's see how we can resolve it. That makes everything go smoothly. Not like, I'll deal with you. Let's see. Don't worry. I'll show you Pepe. All of those things should not come in. That's problem solving. We already talked about communication. Another thing is humor. They say have a good sense of humor. You want to live in this world, you must have a good sense of humor. There's something someone told me when I was much younger. They said the person told me, is a colleague, but it's no longer a former colleague. The sister told me, Queen, do you know that the best way to reply all situations is to smile? See, that period, for some years after that period, that sister told me that thing. You would think I'm a very very funny and strange person, because if you upset me, the next day I'm still smiling. You'll be very angry. If you notice, if you upset someone intentionally and you see the person smiling, you'll be very angry. You'll be angry.
What I'm saying is nonsense or what?
So you're smiling. Use humor to bounce back that anger they're bringing to you back to them. You see that it will upset them more, but you've been able to control your emotions, your reaction. You're not spoiling anything by yourself. So try to smile. Try to laugh. It might sound crazy and weird, but that will help you control your emotions. So maybe somebody, like Sister Joy says, somebody comes to you and steals your plantain or takes your breakfast. Just not that evil. There are some people that does this evil smile. I will show you. That's kind of evil smile. That's not what we are talking about. So we are talking about this smile from a pure heart. Maybe you just feel like. I think another thing again is to understand that everything happens according to the will of God. So everything, I think last time there was a time we talked about predestination on BCS Foreigner. We established the fact that everything had been predestined, preordained to occur. There's nothing that happens without God's awareness. So when you see things happen, it might be that plantain was not going to be good for your system. God just needed someone to take it away. So always think about the positive. Think about the positive sides of things. Just narrow the situation to, no, maybe this is what is happening. Let it not happen. Just think about the positive. Don't focus too much on the negative. I think you'll be able to avoid or prevent that anger situation at the moment. Another one is changing your environment. This one I cannot overemphasize. If things are not going too well there are sometimes, I don't know if you've experienced it before, there's sometimes like environment triggers you.
Yeah.
Everything that's happening around there, they make you vex.
Upset,
you
yeah.
wake up for morning, you pray, you shower, as you just step your feet out, you look for your neighbor's face alone, you don't start to vex. Then you walk down and you see your landlord, another wahala. You walk across the street, you see the traders, they are angry. Everything around you is making you upset. You receive a phone call, it's provoking you. You don't even understand where this anger is coming from.
Yeah.
My dear brother, my dear sister,
Change your environment.
Just leave that place for a while, and then you'll find out that things will get better for you. Then the final one I'm going to talk about is avoidance. They say prevention
It's better than
cure. So situations you have the power to avoid, please try to avoid it. When you see that it's going to get somebody upset, this is now the other person we're talking about. You see that it's going to get someone upset, or even you, if it's going to get you upset, if I continue on this path, it's going to get me upset. Please avoid it.
Yeah.
Avoid the situation. So that's that for controlling anger, Sister Joy.
Yeah, okay, so now another thing here is how long will it take you before you're able to let go of your anger, you're able to forgive somebody? Because sometimes we have this anger in us that we just keep nurturing. You made mention earlier that somebody will do something to you and then you harbor it, and then another one will come, you still keep it and you still keep it. But our Father lets us to know that no matter how somebody offends you, always try to forgive the person on a daily basis, and there was a count 70 times 7. Now, if you're not able to forgive somebody I don't know how many people have been able to forgive people every day. Like, is there any day that you will exhaust the 70 times 70 that our Lord Jesus Christ made mention of? I don't think there is any day that we've been able to exhaust that level of should I say, rather, I would rather say
how many times the person is provoked?
That level of anger that you have to forgive the person and say, okay, this is it, I've let go of one. You won't be able to exhaust all that opportunity that you're supposed to give to somebody when somebody offends you. So always learn how to forgive somebody. Now that will take us to the street. I think we have a vox pop with P. Smith, getting to know the reaction of people, how long it will take for them to forgive somebody, how long it will take for them to let go of whatever it is somebody has done to them. So let's find out, let's hear what the street people have to say concerning anger and forgiveness. We shall be right back. Stay tuned.
Stars Television is the only entertaining station with spiritual messages reaching the world.
Hello, beloved viewer. How are you doing? Glad to know that you're still staying tuned to Starcross Television. I am P. Smith. It is the 14th day of February and the BCS worldwide celebrating Anger-Free Day. We are yet on the streets of Calabar to ask, how long do you think you can forgive an offender? Don't go anywhere, stay tuned as we do this together. I am P. Smith. Please, what's your name?
My name is Ofem Daniel.
Please, we have a question for you. The question is, how long can you tolerate an offender? Like, if somebody keeps getting you hurt all the time, how long can you forgive the person?
Well, humanly,
Okay.
the Bible said we should forgive 77 times a day.
Okay,
And I think I can take care of emotions.
Wow.
We can easily forgive, hence the offense comes and repeats itself. So it is our duty humanly to forgive those who offend us.
So what if the person do something that you can't forgive at all? That kind of hurts now. Like someone will say, I can't forgive you over my dead body. So
well, it is not my portion to say not I can't forgive.
Okay.
Or true, that is the way I look at it at life. Okay. We are meant to offend others, and the same way we can have the passion to forgive. Hence, is an offense is, in fact, it is a thing that can happen at any time, and we should also have that sport and passion for us to be able to forgive others. I think we should do it as a routine. in as much as this.
So for those who can't forgive, they should learn to forgive.
Thank you. For those who can't forgive, please listen to me. Meanwhile, we are in the public addressing issues that you can make up your mind to forgive from today, as much as you are offended. Yes.
Thank you so much, sir, for your time. Thank you.
All right.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Is it right for Valentine?
No.
Okay. Oh, please, what's your name?
Kindness.
Kindness, we have a question for you. Have someone offended you before to a point that you feel you can't forgive the person or something?
Yes.
Okay.
But because of the God's word, say we should forgive everybody. So I use that in forgiving everybody and forgetting about it.
Okay. So we should learn to forgive no matter how many times someone's offends us, right?
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
Right.
Good afternoon, ma.
Good afternoon.
Please, ma, what's your name?
Okay, I'm Obo Josephine by marital name.
Okay. Ma, please, we have a question for you. And the question is, how long do you think one should forgive an offender?
Forgiveness, according to the Bible says that we should forgive as many as you can. 70 times 17, that is what the Bible says. Offense is, you are bound, as far as you are a human being, you are bound to offend people as many times. Within the twinkle of an eye, you can offend somebody. That is why each time when we want to pray, we pray that God forgive our sins, knowingly or unknowingly, because you might sin against somebody, you may not even know what you have offended that person, and you'll be moving. The person may be nursing something in mind. He may not even know that you have offended that person. That is why you say that God should forgive me all the time, whatever thing that you know that I have offended somebody. Yeah.
Okay, mommy, to those people that find it hard forgiving people, what can you tell them? Because we know that this forgiveness doesn't only stop at you forgiving somebody. There is so much impact on your own side. So what do you think? What's your advice to those people who find it hard forgiving people?
Like those people that find it difficult to forgive persons, we talk to them. Because there are some people that they need a manner of approach. When they approach person, to forgive a particular person, maybe one offense that he or she might have offended somebody, you approach the person may understand. If it is somebody that cannot understand, this is the only thing you can do. You put the person in prayer. There is nothing that God cannot do. That is the only thing that I know.
Okay, thank you so much, mommy. You have told us everything. Thank you so much for your time. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Well, now.
I'm good.
Okay, please, what's your name?
My name is Udie Francis.
Okay, sir, we have a question for you. And the question is, how long can you forgive an offender?
I cannot like say, I won't base it on how long,
Okay.
but it will come from my mind that I can forgive somebody immediately, or I just keep the malice. Depending on when I feel like, okay, let me not think about it again, then it will go.
Have someone offended you in a situation whereby you feel you can never forgive the person? So what did you do when that happened?
In fact, there is somebody I have in mind like that.
Up to now.
It goes. The thing goes by itself.
Okay.
And
so,
now we are palace.
That's great.
We are palace. I just feel like, let me not talk about it. I forget it.
Okay, so you people have been rapping very well and talking.
Yes.
All right, okay. No problem. Thank you, sir, so much for your time. Thank you. How are you? How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Okay, what's your name? Sorry.
My name is Ode Philip Papa.
Okay, Mr. Ode, we have a question for you.
Right.
How long do you think you can forgive an offender, like someone who offends you? How long do you think you can forgive the person?
It depends on the offense.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell us,
Maybe for instance, let me put it this way.
Okay.
A case of coming to rob me or something. I discover the person. I see the face somewhere, and then I discover this is the person that robbed me.
Okay.
It depends. I will just forgive. I will just forgive.
Forgive.
I'll forgive.
Okay.
Yes.
But have you been in a situation whereby someone did something to you so hurting that you feel like you can never forgive that person?
Yes.
So what did you do? It didn't do anything.
It did something bad.
Okay, so have you forgiven the person?
Yeah, forgiving the person.
That's good.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Thank you for your time. Thank you so
Right,
much. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Please, what's your name?
My name is Answer Destiny.
Okay, Mr. Answer, we have a question for you. The question is, how long do you think you can forgive an offender?
A couple of 6 months.
Just 6 months.
Yes, of course.
Okay, why? Can you tell us why?
Because it's not easy to extenuate when somebody offends me. I can't extenuate easily.
Wow.
Yes, because I am someone that I don't like offending people. So when someone temper with me, with my intelligence, believe you me, I don't forgive easily.
So that 6 months you'll be timing yourself 1 month, 2 months, until 6 months.
6 months.
So what if the person after that 6 months immediately that person does something more to that? What will you do?
That to me that's the punitivities which I have in mind, the kind of sanction which I have in mind, so that you will not try it again with someone else.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Please, what's your name?
Tonia.
Okay. Mrs. Tonia, please, we have a question for you. And the question is, how long can you forgive an offender? Like if someone keeps offending you, how long do you think you can forgive the person?
Depending on you, it all depends on individual.
Okay.
Like me, until my heart tells me to.
Wow.
As in, there's this urge that comes with forgiving somebody.
Okay.
Until your heart tells you to forgive.
Okay.
You forgive and you forgive totally. You just see yourself forgiving the person.
Okay.
It doesn't necessarily mean how long it takes. But when that time comes, once your heart tells you to forgive, you see yourself forgiving the person, you see yourself forgetting everything that has conspired between you and the person. So there is no particular time to forgive.
So yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Okay, please, what's your name?
My name is Hassan Okweje.
Okay, sir, we have a question for you. And the question is, how long can you forgive an offender? If someone keeps offending you, how long do you think you can forgive the person?
It depends on the offense.
Okay.
Like, for instance now, maybe if somebody just abused me or step on me, I can easily forgive the person. But whereby maybe somebody deliberately maybe kill my wife or my brother, is something you cannot easily forgive like that. It's certainly within your mind.
So what would you do if you can't forgive the person that way? What would you do?
I would just let the person be, maybe not talking to the person or just anything that had to do with the person I just cut off.
So thank you so much for your time. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good.
So what's your name?
Precious Joseph.
Okay, Precious, right? So we have a question for you. The question is, how long do you think you can forgive an offender? Like if someone keeps offending you, how long do you think you are to forgive the person?
If I get the question right, I mean, is it keeps offending or like a consistent stuff?
Yes.
I don't know. Personally, something you keep doing every time. Personally, I'll get tired. I'm enough. It's just like a broken record.
Wow.
Yeah, but according to the Bible says that you should forgive 77 times 7. Yes. So going to the scriptures, obeying the scriptures, that's what we do. But personally, coming to human beings, people get tired and it's not everything that.
So what if okay, let me ask you this. Have you ever been offended by someone and you feel like you can never forgive this person because of what the person did? Like
personally, yes, I have. Yeah, I get that if you hold grudges, if you try to be unhappy because of something that happened, you're also limiting yourself, I get.
Sure.
But yes, maybe at this point, you would say that I'm happy, you get. But I pray the person should not come. That's what I'm saying. See, it's difficult to actually keep some of these scriptures, but it's just God that will help us.
Oh, God will give you the strength. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you. Welcome back from that fun field journey. I guess you heard from all what people said. Some said forgiveness, they can forgive like 6 months. Some said just a period of some time, and some said immediately. Okay, for me, I think for you to be happy, you must learn to forgive. It doesn't depend on how long and how often the person offends you. What matters is, as a Christian, forgiveness should be your shield because it will bring you peace eventually. All right, don't go anywhere. Let's hear your own comments on what do you think, how long can you forgive an offender? All right, stay tuned as I hand you back over to Starcross Morning Star Breakfast Show for more interesting programs. I am P. Smith. Remain blessed.
Interesting, right? Thank you so much, Peace Meets, for that lovely one. On the streets for Vox Pop, how long does it take to forgive, or how long would you forgive somebody? I think that's the question. And we have heard interesting views from people. At this point, I would say if God's salvation was limited, Nigerians would finish it. But thank God it is not limited, because there are so many righteous answers we've been getting from the viewers on the streets, the people that they were interacting. Nobody wants to be bad at all. But there was one point that interested me. One of the ladies who said, you have to listen to your heart when your heart tells you to forgive. And I need to bring it back to the studio. What does it mean that your heart to tell you forgive somebody before? I think this is the first time I'm hearing that opinion, and I would like to know, I don't know if somebody is watching us, if you have an interesting view to contribute concerning this topic that we just heard from the streets, please call us. Our numbers are open. Our number is open, and +2347044802883. Call us and let us know your opinion on how long does it take to forgive someone. And again, would you have to wait until your heart tells you to forgive? And then it brings me back to what is your heart, what is you, which one is so, and is there a different body from your heart? Your heart has to tell you, or do we mean till God tells you? Is that what we mean, or is it the heart?
Conscience.
Okay, to your conscience triggers you to forgive. Because I don't know, because I feel like forgiveness is not for the next person. Personally, I feel like I have that view.
For yourself.
And we should always not try to, we should always be responsible for our actions. Don't always try to blame or apportion and blame to things like my mind, my heart. You know, don't try to do that. Although that opinion, I think that it's not that bad, but I'm not here to criticize that opinion. But I just feel like a lot of us do this thing. We try to blame something. We don't always try to take responsibilities for our action. Or maybe someone, you are being caught doing something, be like, my mind been telling me to do I be no one do. Who is your mind? Is it your neighbor? What's going on? I don't understand. You wanted to do that thing. You had options. Your conscience, God was speaking to you, and another voice was speaking to you, and you chose the voice you wanted to choose. You did that thing. So the same way for forgiveness, I feel like you can make that decision to forgive. Don't always try to say till my heart, till my soul, till my spirit tells me. That spirit controls you. We are being made to know here in Brotherhood, which I feel has the absolute knowledge that the body is just a vessel. The spirit is what controls the body. Your body cannot have control over your spirit. So this body is just the vessel we use to demonstrate, to express whatever the spirit tells us to do. So whatever you do with your body is what your spirit tells you. Now the spirit you are listening to is what we don't know. So you now, if you see yourself doing things that goes against God ethics, know that you are listening to a wrong spirit, and you need to retrace your step, and try to allow forgiveness to engulf your mind. Sister Joy, what's your take from the Vox Pop?
Yes, actually here, you made mention of that lady who says my heart. Well, I think why she made that statement is that sometimes you might have issue with somebody, or somebody might done something wrong to you, might betray you. I think it's betrayal that mostly cause that level of, do I forgive this person or not? Especially when somebody comes to you and then tells you, oh please, this is my problem, oh, this is my secret, and I can't keep it to myself because I need to be free. Sometimes people, they will always say, if you can keep your secret, then why did you tell someone? If it was easy to keep a secret, then why did you come to tell me? You understand? Now, somebody coming to tell you does not mean that it was difficult for the person to keep the secret. Maybe telling you is the only way the person would have peace of mind. The only way the person will be free from this particular problem. The only way that the person will just be happy once again. So now, coming to tell you, this is not your problem. So the reason why it is not your problem, me coming to tell you my secret, is not your problem. I came to you because I want to talk to you. I want to let out this burden in me. Now, telling you, it is not a burden to you. It's not your problem. So why would you have to go and spread it around? So now when you tend to do this to somebody, I come to you and I confide in you and say, this is my secret. I want to say because I want to be free, like it's bothering me. And then you hear it and say, oh, okay. Now it is in your place to tell the person this is it. It will be okay, to be fine. What will trigger this person to be upset with you is when you now take this secret that he or she confided in you to somebody else, and then she gets to hear it or he gets to hear it. At this time, the person will be so mad and be so upset at you. Now the person will decide if he wants to forgive you or not. But no, that's not what the Bible tells us to do. Some people will say, I'm forgiving you, but it's in my heart. I will never forget. I will never forget. So I think that's where the lady was. I believe that's what she's trying to say. Say our hearts will tell her if she should forgive you or not. But sometimes we might take that we have forgiven somebody, but if you are forgiving somebody and anytime you see the person, you remember that thing, or you just every time you react to the person, that means you have truly not forgiven that person. If you are forgiving the person, you should be able to move forward.
I think when you forgive people, you don't just lose memory.
Yes.
Let's just be very realistic.
No, you don't. Yes, you don't.
You will not lose your memory.
You don't.
Something would. I have this feeling that when you see the person, you go remember waiting the person do you. So now your ability to be like smile over it, your next reaction will now tell whether you have forgiven the person. Now if you remember the thing the person has done to you and you're like, thank God I've passed this thing, then it means you've forgiven the person. But if your next reaction is, this person gain mind, I should say,
and then that's not it. To say that person don't go there, or don't trust that person. Now you will start talking bad about the person to other people. You have not really forgiven that person, honestly speaking, because once you forgive that person, you won't say but because sometimes circumstances, something can happen. Like I'm not encouraging.
I think one man mentioned that if you kill his wife or his sibling, that you know go forgive you. I think I heard it from the Vox Pop. I think that's one of the things that you do to someone that you like.
Exactly.
You say he will just avoid you. He will avoid you. And
no,
now let's talk about.
I think
there's another thing we call. There's another factor here in anger and all this forgiveness. This malice. Let's talk about it. Dams. Okay. This is the way I refer to that behind this scene. Like, do you feel like malice is a solution to what do you think about malice? Because I don't know if it's solution or it's a problem, or what do you
Our
think?
father has advised and he has been preaching up against malice. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and encourage anybody to malice. The truth is, we all have somebody who we keep malice with. It's very normal. It's very normal. Like
it's not normal. It's not normal.
It's a bad thing. But why I say it's normal is because everybody can do it. Anybody can do it. So that's why I say it's the normal thing that involves in our lives. You understand? We can't avoid it. Sometimes we cannot avoid it.
I'm going to say this, that we can actually avoid it. We can avoid keeping malice. True.
You can't. There are people that you will not want to talk. See, that doesn't mean you have them in your mind or
no. Malice is different. Malice is on a different level than there's something like for me. There's one thing that when it comes to when I say this about somebody, please, I beg. The only thing I owe that person is peace of the Father. Just no say no. I don't know if it always occurred to you, like if you like. That's the only thing I owe this person. I don't really want to have any communication with the person. I don't know if that is malice, but I feel like it's not malice because he still greets the person.
It's not malice.
Normal. As far as I have a clean heart towards the person.
Situation why you don't even greet the person, because does that mean it's malice?
It's malice.
No, it's you just don't want to get involved with the person.
You'd be like, please talk to the hand. It's malice, Joy. No. Even if the person comes to me to say, Sister Joy, how are you? Be like, beg with this one. It's malice.
Okay.
Is malice. When the person comes to you without pretense, rather, the person comes to Sister Joy, how are you? I'm fine, no. How are you too? I'm
And this is somebody that has provoked you to the bones.
I think there's a different levels to this situation. Oh, malice, oh my God. A lot of people use it as a solution to avoiding people. We say, oh, I don't forgive them, but maybe you just keep. I'm using so much of pidgin here. We'd be like, oh, I'm forgiving them, but let me just keep my distance. But again, you should ask yourself, you should set your conscience. Have you truly forgiven the person? Can the person come to you for help? Would you offer help?
Offer help.
If you can't offer help when you know you are able to do that help, or you offer the help and you don't want to offer the help, or you can't even reply the person's greetings, you can't even stand the sight of the person. Some people say, I cannot even breathe the same oxygen as you. When it comes to that level, that's malice.
You need Jesus. You know, when it comes to that level, you need Jesus. But anyways, I feel we shouldn't get to that level in life. I mean, there is nothing there. You know, somebody has done something wrong. Just let go. Let go. That anger should flee away from your heart. No. You know that guy that said, if you kill my siblings, I will not forgive you.
Lie.
No, if it's that one. No, I think at some point you'll be able to forgive and move on. And if you don't forgive, you won't be able to move on.
That's
honestly.
True. Yes, true.
There is a situation here I saw. It's actually a crime that happened some years ago. So this lady was involved in a relationship with the guy, and then she got pregnant, and the guy beat her under the brain and left her there. And in that process, somebody had to rush her to the hospital. She lost the baby and she lost her womb at the same time. Now, at this point, this is this woman's predicament. You understand? Now, a few days or few months later, the guy died. The guy that beat her and made her to lose her womb and all of that died. Now, the story goes that the woman keeps going to his grave every day
to swear for him.
Every day to spit on his grave and swear. So now, and the thing was trending. Like they were asking people's opinion concerning that. What do you think? Do you think it's justifiable what the woman is doing?
There's even one. There's one I saw. She went to the river. He called the mask. I swear for this life. I don't know. Even mommy was bear me witness. I don't go ever forgive you. You go suffer 700 years. That one was it was so funny. I think there's a levels to this thing. It's only God that can. It's only God that can put the spirit of forgiveness. You know, see that kind of situation now. Now, if the person the woman is a woman that have dreamt of giving birth,
yes,
you know that kind. And the funny thing is, the man died. You know that people pray for their enemies to live long, so that they will see them basking in glory and enjoying themselves. You just imagine somebody, okay, maybe somebody owes you, or somebody collected 20 million from you. The person died with a regret. I've heard of people that go to their graves to swear. Oh my God, it's funny. It's a funny story, but I just feel like a lot of people do this thing. It's only God. I'm not gonna sit here and now say which one. But I feel if you are in that woman's world, it might be that the woman is watching us right now. From us here, we are not laughing at this situation.
No,
but we're just taking instances. I'll just say that. Please
move on.
No. It's not. That's you have to move on.
Because
I just want you to find peace within yourself.
Yes.
I want you to realize something. Anybody who have been offended to that point, I know if you're watching us, please take this advice. Forgiveness is not for the next person to have peace. It is for you to have peace. you wouldn't want to live your life with so much sentiment that it drags you backwards. You should move on. So forgive the person and have peace within yourself. Forgive yourself for being in that situation. Forgive yourself for allowing or tolerating that situation to occur to you. Forgive yourself and forgive the person for being an instrument that has destroyed or you feel that have hampered your life so negatively. Forgive the person. Have peace of mind and move on. Heap that coal on the person's head, that burden of guilt on the person's head. Let the person carry it alone, but you
need to move
please
on.
You need to move on. Have a net. Just think about other things you can do for yourself to utilize this life. Please, I read a story this morning before I came to this program. It was a lady, she's 74 and she spent 36 years in prison for a crime she did not commit. She was wrongfully accused, and when she was released, she didn't even spend up to 4 years. She died of depression because she couldn't keep up. 36 years, the world has evolved. There are phones now, there are things, internet. She couldn't keep up. She couldn't even forgive herself for being in that situation. She just couldn't cope. When people are going through a lot, but my candid advice to you this morning, I pray that God gives you that peace, comfort that you need. Because when you have the peace of God in you, you won't even think about the sins people have committed against you. Surrender them to God and let Him fight your battles. I know a lot of people say, oh, God will know, that they keep saying their enemies progressing. But then that's not just it. That's not all it is about life. Definitely God is going to come true for you. It might not come true for you in a visible way you think, or in the very obvious way, but things are happening within that your enemy that you are not even aware of. Just move on with your life. Focus on the blessings God is giving to you. Most of us do not focus on the blessings, the growth that we receive from God. We just don't even value them, and we are just focused on our enemies, suffering. We are just focused on God punishing our enemies, and we are forsaking the love God is showing us, the peace God is giving to us, the blessings, the good health, the next level. You are not in the previous level you were when you had that issue. You are in a new level. You are now a landlord. You're not a landlady. You now own a car. You now have kids. You now all these material blessings we seek after. You now have what the answers to your prayers, the desires of your house, your heart. You now have a partner you can rely on that loves and cherishes you. Focus on your blessings and leave these people to have the guilt they deserve to have. Let them keep on wallowing in their sins, and God will definitely fight your battles. So if you're watching us, I hope that God will put His peace in your mind, but you need to surrender to God and tell God at this moment, Father, please, at this time, it's too much on me. The sentiments I'm carrying is weighing me down. Imagine if you are just physically, just think about it. If you're walking freely, you have a very definite speed, you definitely get to your destination. But if you're carrying things with your two hands, your speed will reduce. And you might end up not getting to your destination without getting exhausted and tired. So if you keep on carrying those sentiments in your heart, it is weighing you down and weighing your progress. So ask God, our Father, to please put His peace. They said the everlasting peace of God is all we need. When that peace comes to your mind, when you breathe, when you just have that peace of God in your mind, my dear, you will not even think about what people do to you or what people have done to you. You just be moving on and just consider everything that the Father's will be done, and everything will be sorted out by God.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Yes, that was well spoken, honestly speaking. Forgiveness is not for the next person. It is for yourself. That is why even when you want to go before the throne of God to seek for blessings, to ask for anything, he will always ask you to go and forgive your offenders, because he can't bless you when you're having something in your mind, in your heart. So that's to tell you that forgiveness is not for the next person, it is for you. So if you don't forgive other people, if you don't let go of this burden in your heart, like Sir Queen said, you're weighing your blessings down. The things that are supposed to come before you, the things that are supposed to come after you, the things that are supposed to be surrounding you, the good things will be far away from you, because it will show that you're not ready to receive these things. And then the moment you let go, you see things will start turning around positively in your life. And then that person that you know you're forgiving will be there to see the glory of God radiating in your life. Okay, so now I think we've been talking a lot about so we started this morning with anger, and we went into forgiveness and letting go and all of that. I think without forgiveness, the anger won't come in. So it's therefore means we have to start with the anger and then give you way of letting go of the anger, which is to forgive. Okay, so when you have any anger in you, I think there is another I don't know, I keep seeing, like, I always follow up with trends. You understand that it's happening. So when we see things like that, not everybody gets to hear them. So sometimes when we have the opportunity to say them, bring them here, and that's we making way for you to also be careful out there. I think there was a video I saw yesterday trending about a lady who went through her boyfriend's phone and then find out that the guy wants to use her for rituals. And then she was crying, like it was about to be done, or I don't know if it was already done. She was going through the boyfriend's phone and think their messages, and then she saw a message of a guy, you know, the name, and then she opened the chat, and then she was going through. I think I took my time to read the chat, pausing the video to make sure I read the content in it. And the agreement was the guy who is introducing her boyfriend to the stuff of this whole Yahoo stuff. You know, it's really going viral, and it's taking different stages. So the lady saw, and then she opened the chat, and then it started by saying, "Guy, how far, are you ready? When are you coming?" And then the guy, her boyfriend, replied, say, "Okay, concerning that thing, what about my babe?" So the guy said, "You are the one darling now, because it's something that is everybody are doing. It's normal. You are the one darling." He now said, "Okay, but how do I take her on this without her suspecting, without her knowing?" He now said the other guy who is, you know, who is working with, said, "Don't worry, that he's going to do something for her not to remember." So he said, "Okay, the girlfriend will be going to shopping tomorrow, that when she leaves, that she is going to take her on this and then bring you." But the problem is, how will she not remember? Then this other guy said, "Don't worry, that he is going to do something that will make the girl to forget." And then so the guy went on and asked, "I hope nothing will happen to her afterwards." And the guy said, "No." This other guy said, no, nothing will happen. The only thing that you don't have to date her again." So meaning that after using her, you don't have to date her because it is risky. This was the conversation her boyfriend was having with another guy. And the girl was I don't know if she was angry, she was scared, she was in shock. You know, that kind of a thing happening to you, and you see it, like it's not like somebody is telling you, you're seeing it, that this thing is actually true. The anger alone, I don't think she will ever forgive that guy. Like, this is what we are talking about. This kind of situation can cause you to even swear or do whatever it is.
I think she should go
pray
tithes.
Honestly,
and thank God.
Go to God
for
obviously it has not been done yet.
You know, she needs to go and pray and give testimony and thank God for helping her from that situation, because God, she's God's favorite.
God, I'm telling you,
I'm telling you, because things are happening in this world whereby if God is to open your eyes to see, man, if God is to open your eyes to see what is going on, you would just find a secluded area and live with your family without interacting with nobody.
With anybody, honestly. But then, situations like that, we should always be vigilant. Like, I don't know why I'm bringing this. It's due to this forgiveness of a thing. That's why I brought it up. Because
I think we should listen to our spirits more or less, because many people talk about this phone thing, and looking at your partner's phone is something people argue about. I really do not have too much of says in it, but I feel like to some point you need to give people privacy, but again, you should always listen to your spirit. I think that at that moment you start suspecting and your spirit is telling you go for it. I don't know how, that kind of thing you cannot say whether is it justifiable. I mean, she just escaped being used as an element for destructive purposes. So I think that part we don't need to question where she went. I think she just listened to her spirit and went for it. For her to see, there's sometimes there's this lady I really admire. She's not even a member of BCS, but there are some TikToks that she makes that demonstrates God giving you signs about situation. He said, she'll be like, God, please, if this man is for me, if this man is not for me, show me a sign. And pot will drop on her head. She'll be like, God, this sign is not strong enough. Show me another sign. And another thing will drop on her head to bring her to consciousness. She'll be like, let me just go and try. We keep receiving signs God is giving to us that this person is not for you, that contract is not for you, that business is not for you, that thing you're going for is not for you, but we keep ignoring the signs. So always listen to your spirit and let God direct you. That's all we can say on that. I want to talk about love.
Yes, let's go into love. Yesterday was all about the red all over.
Joy was supposed to wear red and white
yesterday
for morning star. Unfortunately, we had the flag out for the Holy Trinity Week that's been organized by the Senior Christ Events this week, and we are expecting to see their executives come on board, share with us their plans for this week. Hopefully they get this message and try to reach out to the necessary contact persons in Star Cross Television to talk about their week celebration. But yesterday Joy escaped wearing red and white, and she decided to replace red with green. Sister Joy,
no. Green is it represents fertility and all of that.
Fertility in love, or growth in love.
But anyways, yesterday was all about love. I said I was going to sleep on the internet yesterday to see what is happening, and I refuse to be oppressed. I am telling you, I refuse. I said, nothing is going to move my emotion. Nothing is going to nothing is going to temper with my happiness. In short, I was catching cruise yesterday online. Like, I saw a lot of things, a lot of breakfasts too were served yesterday. I said I slept on the internet yesterday, so I saw a lot of things. But anyway, we are talking about love now, which was the topic for the day. That was yesterday, the main day, Valentine's Day. So I think today is Boxing Day also.
It's not Christmas. After Christmas is Boxing Day.
No. There is they say after Valentine's, the next day is always Boxing Day. Why they say that is because fights will usually occur. Either the partners.
Why didn't you just give me Valentine's gift? Valentine's gift is like, too small.
Like fighting.
Why did you take
you
long?
Didn't come back yesterday, and I
You didn't post my picture.
You didn't post my picture. So after Valentine's Day, today is fighting day. But anyways, that's not it. But I believe that yesterday you were able to enjoy your day. Spread love. What can love do? What is the power of love? How strong is love in your life? What has love? The impact love has created in your life.
I think if we talk about Valentine, it's Valentine from history is about material love. This intimate love. That's what Valentine is all about. But for us, Brotherhood of the Crescent Star, we have changed it from intimate love to pure love, and we tag it power of love, anger-free day, and it's just so we can accommodate everybody. Because that intimate love has to do with partners, couples. For singles, that's like Joy that was going on internet and tried to cash cruise so that she will not be oppressed. But if you're following up with brotherhood activities, you won't definitely get oppressed because it is not just for couples, but it is for humanity, everyone, for us to feel love, pure love, undiluted love. So yesterday was a moment again of course, showing love doesn't have to have a date. You need to show love at all time. But yesterday was a moment to remind us to reach out to our families, to reach out to our friends, relatives, to reach out to our neighbors, to show love. The other day we were talking about depression, and we also talk about care, on how you can show care and love to those in need. And we hope that you spent your Valentine's Day demonstrating God's love for everyone and sundry. I think on Friday they were talking about how you show love on the program. Unfortunately, myself and Sister Joy, we were not available on Friday, and we had Emediong and Authentic Roots on the program, and we were unable, we now officially tender our apologies to our wonderful audience. We're unable to do Lyrical Friday. A lot of people were anticipating that Lyrical Friday. We ourselves were anticipating. Unfortunately, it was a quick decision. We were not able to prompt you on the previous day, so forgive us here. We spoke about forgiveness. Forgive us. And this week, by the Father's grace, we're gonna bring Lyrical Friday to you, and we hope to God that nothing will prevent us from doing that. But unfortunately, we will also let you know if anything comes up. Okay, so we talking about love.
Yes. And I think there is another box pop here. Peace Smith did, and I think the question was, would you give your account details or your PIN bank details to your loved one for the sake of love? Would you be able to share, your details, your bank details, or your password?
Just forget it.
For the sake of love.
I will not share. Please, let's go and see what people
say. For the sake of love, you're not going to give me your password.
Let's see what people said concerning this. We'll be right back.
All right, let's get their opinions. You never can tell. I believe somebody out there will share.
Stars Television is the only entertaining station with spiritual messages reaching the world.
Hello, beloved viewer of Sacros Television. It is your girl on TV, Vaxpa, Peace Smith. Right here on the streets of Calova, it is the 14th day of February. Everyone has been anticipating. It is the day set aside for the celebration of love among lovers. All right, don't go anywhere. Join me as we pry into the people's mind with a testing question on love. Can you reveal your account details to your loved one on this day of Valentine? Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. First on our countdown is a very handsome brother. Good afternoon, how are you?
I'm fine, good afternoon.
All right, please, what's your name?
I'm Noel.
Noel?
Yeah.
All right. Please, we have a question for you. Okay. The question is, can you reveal your bank details to your loved one on Valentine's Day? Like your bank statement, everything?
Yes, I will.
Why?
Well, firstly, she being my lover, I think she's someone I prioritize. Yes, so there will be no reason for me to hide anything from her.
So how about like your family, other than maybe your lover, your family, or your mom, your siblings, can you?
Well, first, it depends on the relationship we have in the family. If the love is actually genuine, then I can actually do so. But if it's not a genuine love, in the family, you can actually not also find genuine love. So for those who don't genuinely love you, you won't do so. But for those who genuinely do, then.
Okay, so you can do that to your lover, not your family, your sibling or your mom or something, right?
Well, firstly, why do they really want to know? If it is genuine, then no, I can't do that for just Valentine, but I can do that for any other reason.
Okay, thank you so much for your time. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Please, what's your name?
My name is AJ Maxson.
Okay, please, we have a question for you. And the question is, can you reveal your bank details to your loved ones or maybe your spouse?
Yes, why not?
Okay. Sir, please, can you tell us why?
We've built trust with ourselves over a long time, and I don't have anything to hide her. He doesn't have anything to hide me. She custodies my money.
So if, like, let's say maybe it's not your spouse, then maybe like your family member, so?
A family member is a different thing, but my wife is the Bible says that two has become one. So I don't have anything to hide from her.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. I'm grateful. Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Please, what's your name?
Blessing.
Okay, we have a question for you, Blessing. Can you reveal your account details, like sincerely your account details to your spouse or to your family, friends on Valentine's Day?
No.
Why?
Nothing.
But there must be a reason, like, you know, there must be a reason.
I cannot though.
Okay, what if they don't reveal to you? How will you feel? What if it's your spouse and he or she does not reveal to you?
I will not be bad. I will not feel bad.
Okay, so your own opinion is you will not reveal it to them and you don't have any reasons for that?
Yes.
All right, thank you so much for your time.
Okay.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine.
What's your name?
My name is Favor.
Favor. All right, Favor, we have a question for you. Would you, on a Valentine's Day, reveal your account details to your loved ones, like sincerely, all your account details?
I will not, though. I won't.
Why?
I can't do that. I can't reveal my accounts to anybody, say loved ones. No. I can't do that.
So why is it that so special to keep it secret? Oh?
I'll keep it secret because it's my account. Maybe they may just like you may reveal the account to them before you know it. Everything will be get lost on your account. So I don't want to lose anything from my account. So I keep it for myself.
So you're stingy with your money.
I have to. If I want to give them, I may give them. I may remove cash and give to them, but not revealing the account.
Wow. Okay, thank you so much for your time. Thank you. Please, what's your name?
I'm Ugoji Protocol.
Okay, Ugoji, right? Okay, please, we have a question for you. Can you reveal your bank details to your loved one on a Valentine's Day?
Yeah, of course I would, because on Valentine's Day it's meant for the both of us. So either she's paying through my card or I'm paying through her card. So whichever way, Valentine must happen.
So you don't even care about the risks that will come after that?
There's no risks involved because the trust has been built already.
Okay. So how about if it's like your mom, your siblings?
Well, people that are close to me, I wouldn't mind because my details will be open to them. Except for my own self, I have my own Hindu things. Okay. Yeah.
So except for your own private account, or?
Yes, of course.
You're talking about the private account?
That's for me and my girl.
Okay.
But for my family, we share something else.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you. Please, what's your name?
My name is Imelda.
Imelda, right? Okay, Imelda, we have a question for you. Can you reveal your account details to your loved ones or your spouse on a Valentine's Day?
Yeah, actually, I can, depending on how close we are, though.
Why?
Because I don't really feel ashamed when I'm with my loved ones or someone I'm really close to. I'm very comfortable with them.
How about your siblings?
No.
Okay, you not do it to your siblings?
No, I can't.
Oh, so it's just your spouse?
Kinda.
Do you think they could do the same?
Yeah, I'm 100% sure.
Wow.
100%, not 99.
All right, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
Please, what's your name?
I'm Humphrey by name.
Okay, Humphrey. Okay, please, we have a question for you. Can you reveal your bank account or bank details to your loved one just because it's a Valentine's Day? Maybe your spouse or something?
It's really a funny question, though. You know, it's somehow technical to me. Asking me if I can reveal my account balance to my girlfriend on Valentine's Day, maybe just to impress her, or just
even your siblings.
You know, maybe just to impress them or make them feel like you know, I'm worthy to have them. It's not a nice idea to reveal my account balance to my girlfriend, you know. Okay. Because she is my girlfriend or she is my fiancée. I'm not certain yet if she's going to be the one I'm going to settle down with. So revealing my account balance to her, you know, if it is something that she's impressed with, she might likely want to forcefully and, you know, fall in love with me because she has seen my account balance. She has seen something, you know, huge inside. So she would want to form that she loves me so that she can, you know, benefit from what she saw. So it's not a good idea to review my account balance to my girlfriend or my spouse on Valentine's Day. I can, you know, buy a gift to her, but not to, you know, review my account balance to her.
So what if it's your family members, like?
You know, my family members, my account is a personal something to me. It's a personal affair. So no one is permitted to know how much is in my account balance, you know. My account balance is like my net worth. So no one is permitted to know, maybe except I just want to. But on the norms, I don't think it's nice for me to, you know, review my account balance to anyone, whether my dad or my mom or my family members. You know, if they ask for a favor, if I can do it, I will. But if I don't, it doesn't mean I should show them my account balance for them to know that, yes, I'm capable of helping them in one way or the other, you know.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing fine.
I like the way you're dressing, looking so beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Please, what's your name?
My name is Johnson AB.
Okay, that's AB, right? Yeah, okay. Please, AB, we have a question for you. Right. Can you reveal your account details to your loved ones, to your spouse, depending?
Oh, it's personal for me. I don't really think it's necessary. For me, I will not do that.
Okay, even if it's your family member, like your mom, your dad, your brother, your siblings?
That question is so tempting, I think. Okay. I don't think so. I don't. Okay. I won't.
So why? You should be able to tell us why.
For security reasons. One, maybe I might not know what will happen tomorrow, or maybe they might misplace the details for another person. So maybe details is personal.
But you can just tell them how much that is in your account.
I can even tell them how much is in the account, but I cannot review my...
That means you trust them that much now. If you can tell them how much is in your account.
Even though I tell them how much is in my account, if they don't have my details, how would they get the money?
Okay. That means you're very wise. Like, so if it's your husband, you can do so.
I don't think so.
Okay. That means the reason is best your own personal. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, AB.
You're welcome.
All right. Thank you. Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing?
Fine, and you?
Please, what's your name? I'm fine, thank you. Please, what's your name?
My name is Excel.
Excel. Okay, please, we have a question for you. Can you reveal your account details, like your bank account details, to your loved ones or to your spouse just because it's a Valentine's Day?
Yes, I can.
Why? Why do you think so?
You said my loved one, spouse, and my family members. And I can tell my spouse how much is my account. Okay. And my mom, yeah, it's my mom. I can tell my dad if it's necessary. Okay. But I think that's the highest I can go.
Okay.
And maybe a few of my siblings.
Okay, no problem. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
All right, bye.
Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon.
Please, what's your name?
My name is Tony.
Okay, please, we have a question for you. Can you reveal your account details to your loved ones just because it's Valentine's Day, like your bank account balance or, everything about it?
Well, if that would make her happy, I can do that, but I don't think really it's about account details. For me, Valentine is more than what we even celebrate nowadays. If you look at the history of Valentine, you understand that it's more than what we are celebrating.
So let's talk about your siblings or your mom and all of that. Can you reveal your account details to them?
It doesn't mean anything because they will not get access to my account. It's my account, it's not the account. Just telling them how much I have doesn't make anything. Okay. It's my account. So long as the money is not the account, it doesn't make any meaning.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right. Welcome back from that fun-filled and exciting journey. I bet you enjoyed yourself because for me, I really did. With the comments and replies we had from our interviewer. All right, let's hear from you. What is your own take on? Can you reveal your account details, like everything, the money, the ATM pin, to your loved ones or to your spouse because it's the Valentine's Day? All right, don't go anywhere. Certain as I hand you back over to the studio for more interesting programs and show on Morning Star Breakfast Show. Don't go anywhere. I am P. Smith.
Starburst Television is the only.
Welcome back. That was really funny and interesting to hear. I think the statistics of people who said yes are majorly the men, and they also said no are the women. And I would not even say,
and the man
I would argue
the man who said yes,
that particular man. I'm not here to argue which one is right or wrong, but the man who was talking about history of Valentine, do you know what Saint Valentine did? He died for love. Oh, can you die for? I think that's the question Peace Smith supposed to ask them. Can you die for love? This is what we are celebrating.
Yes,
Valentine.
I think we are going to take that maybe next week as a topic. Can you die for the sake of love? I think that's what we'll take next week.
I don't think anybody would want to die. Let's just be honest. Don't lie. That's what people say. I can catch a grenade.
Grenade? A bomb.
If you see grenade, I will be able to can just say the truth. Don't deceive somebody. Would you be able to catch? But interesting response from people. The girl said, no, I cannot reveal. And me, my own opinion. No, Sister Jo, what's your opinion? Can you reveal your account details?
It depends.
On what?
Depends on the accounts.
You're not being honest. You're not being
no,
honest.
I'm being honest. It depends on the account.
Okay, what kind of account?
Now, we all as humans, we all have accounts.
Which kind as humans? When you want to say something, say as Joy Dambo. As humans.
No, I'm speaking on behalf of those
humans that were saying no and yes straight up. Your own,
no, I say it depends. No,
this one is not as humans again. It's as Joy Dambo.
It's a question and I'm answering in a very technical way. Yeah, it depends.
Say it was technical. We hear technical is for people that do not. You can't say it was technical. This is it. If I have account details, the only person I'll reveal my account details to is somebody that I know can put money inside. And that account details I'll be revealing to you. I'll make sure there's no money inside. How, Papa? This one, Joy, it's okay. Let's not expose it too much until. Hi.
No, but then now.
That's why it depends.
That's why it depends. It depends. So.
Okay, Sister Joy, can I see your account?
Sure, no problem.
I'm not gonna put money inside.
No problem. I'll still show you.
No. But I think to be very realistic, most men will show their account because like for those ones that are married, they like the woman in the family is usually the bank. The trust fund, because the woman knows how to utilize. The man's own is to provide the money and all of that. The women go to the market, they replace and renew and repair most of those things, call for repairmen. They are the ones who observe most of the issues in the home. So definitely the man would, especially when they have some level of communication and trust between themselves, they will always want to show. There's some marriages that have joint accounts, so definitely you don't even need to show. Your wife will be aware of how much is in your account and all of that. But for women, I feel like most women wouldn't want to show their account. Let's just be very honest. Reasons, I am not going to expose their reason on TV. I am telling you the truth. But most women will not want to show their account. If you want to know the reason, yes, kneel down, knock your head, and pray to the Father to reveal the reason. I'm not going to expose the reason. While some women will know, did you hear like 80% or 90% of the women or the ladies they interviewed on the street, they were like categorically no, we cannot show accounts.
That's why I said me I can show.
It's only Joy
that's why
you put money in her account. That's just the reason. I should go and show you the one that does not have she come in it or have small money in it and be like, oh, there's some money. But in the other accounts,
there's no any other account.
That's only one account.
And there's no money inside. So I will show you.
Alright, that was an interesting one from the streets. Don't forget, we're still talking about, I think it was just for a demonstration of love for Valentine's Day. Like we were saying earlier on the program, yesterday was Valentine's Day and a lot of people did so much for Valentine. We saw people receiving stack of cash. We saw people receiving new cars, new homes, new houses, new things. And you are audience, did you give any StarCross presenter your initial love to us, StarCross or StarCross management and staff? Have you even called us this morning to show us love? This our wonderful audience. Anyways, let's show you love. We hope yesterday that you received enough love.
They say when your love is too loud, we'll video call you to be sure that you're not faking it. The audio gifts we were receiving yesterday.
Okay. Now this is sincere love from myself and Joy Dambo.
Yes.
To all those who celebrated Valentine's Day, and those who didn't probably did not even think about it because it doesn't really matter in heaven. So this is love from us. We genuinely
love you. Of course.
We genuinely love you. We appreciate you for always watching our program, for always tuning to Starcross Television. We appreciate you for always dropping comments on our live chat. We appreciate you for always calling into the program Morning Star, BCS Foreigner, BCS Music on Demand, all the programs we have on Starcross Television. We appreciate you for always supporting and sending your annual and monthly support to Starcross Television to keep the channel flowing. We appreciate you for being kind to your neighbor. We appreciate you for loving the Father with all your heart. We also appreciate our non-members who always call in and appreciate us. Yesterday we received tons of messages on our Facebook message platform from non-members. We also received from our official WhatsApp platform. We've seen all your messages appreciating and getting curious about the kingdom. We appreciate you for following up, and we say and pray, may our Father is holding us all bless you abundantly. May you never ever think of love, or may you never ever lack love. May love be following you. May you be expressing love anywhere you go. You see the demonstration and action of love. Amen. Amen.
Yes, so that is our expression from us to you. Now we just have a few minutes to go, but before we go, let's take a run back to yesterday. What happened in the hall? You know, yesterday was a combination of 3 occasions: Trinity Week, Anger Free Day, and Bar of Love, all combined together. So let's just have a little clip of what happened yesterday, and we will be right back. Stay tuned, don't go away. For those of you that were unopportune to be in the Great Hall yesterday, we are bringing it right in front of you. Stay tuned, don't go away.
Starcross Television is the only entertaining station with spiritual messages reaching the world.
Change, I said positive change in your offices. You go witness positive change. I say in your office you go witness positive change. In your houses you go witness positive change. I say in your houses you go witness positive change. I say in your life you go witness positive change. In your businesses you go witness positive change. Even in the government we go witness positive change. Even in this day we go witness. I say positive change. My brother, positive change. My sisters, a positive change. Agents of positive change. My brother, a positive change. Agents of positive change. Agents of positive change. I say, hey, we are agents of positive change. Father Olumba made it so. We are agents of positive change. Father Olumba made it so. Now it make him make us servant in his new kingdom. Now it make him make us servant. Imakara, Imakon, Imakara, Imakonsa, Imakara, Imakonsa, Imakara, Imakonsa, Ima, oh, Sado Simanambe, Sado Simanambe, Sado Simanambe, Sado Simanambe, Sado Simanambe, Sado Iman on you no baga, Iman on you no camera, Iman on you no baga, Iman on you no camera, Iman on you no camera, Iman on you no baga. Sado Simanambe, We are agents of positive change. Father Olumba made it so.
We are agents of positive change. Father Olumba made it so. Agents of positive change. Olumba made it so. We are agents of positive change. Leader Olumba made it so. We are agents of positive change. Father Olumba. Usere Idan Rama. Useru Senu Bago. Akwa Useru Senu Bago. Akwa Useru Senu Bago. Akwa Useru Senu Bago. Eyangini Neki Masiya. Eyangini Neki Bonesiya. Eyangini Neki Masiya. Eyangini Kwayi Masiya. Leader Olumba made it. His holiness made it. Etamen Bavebo. Etamen Unana Febo. Etamen Guna Febo. Useru Senu Bago. Useru Senu Bago. Akwa Useru Senu Bago. Akwa Useru Senu Bago. Akwa Useru Senu Bago. Leader Olumba made it. His holiness made it. Etamen Unana Febo. Etamen Ansebe. Etamen Inanu Dobe. Etamen Guru Febo. Dana 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 dana. Dana 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 dana. Dana 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 dana. Useru Senu Bago. Useru Senu Bago. Useru Senu Bago. Useru Senu Bago. Akwa 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 Useru Senu Bago. Leader Olumba made it. His holiness made it. Olumba made it. His holiness made it. Etemen Unana Febo. Etemen Udongo Febo. Etemen Ugwemo Febo. Dana 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 dana.
Kusaru Senu Bago. Kusaru Senu Bago. Olumba dang di Kuzanfen. Olumba dang Akamusanfen. Olumba dang Nano Kurusun. Olumba Kong Sun Showdang. Olumba dang Makpang Pasan. Olumba dang Bunga Sangisan. Olumba dang Akamusanfen. Hey da 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 da. Hey da 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 da. Hey da 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 da. Bogi etakana mutam. Bogi papa kana mutam. Bogi etakana mutam. Olumba etai baradam. Olumba nyanga yenu bana. Olumba tawom bambom. Kusaru Senu Bago. Kusaru Senu Bago. Kusaru Senu Bago. Da 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 da. Olumba dang di Kuzanfen. Olumba dang Akamusanfen. Olumba dang Nano Kurusun. Olumba dang Pangpasan. Olumba dang Bunga Sangisango. Hey da 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 da. Hey da 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 da. Da 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 da
Holy Trinity week is full of joy, rejoice, I say.
Holy Trinity week is full of joy, rejoice.
Holy Trinity week is full of joy, rejoice, I say.
Holy Trinity week is full of joy, rejoice.
Holy Trinity week is full of blessing, receive your own.
Holy Trinity week is full of joy, rejoice.
Holy Trinity era is full of wonders, wonderful God.
Holy Trinity week is full of joy, rejoice.
Olumba is full of wonders, wonderful God.
Holy Trinity week is full of joy, rejoice.
Holy Trinity era is full of blessing, receive your own.
Holy Trinity week is full of joy, rejoice.
Senior Christ Savant Day is full of wonders, wonderful heart.
Holy Trinity week is full of joy, rejoice.
Holy, Holy Trinity, weak, is full of miracle, wonderful God.
Holy Trinity, weak, is full of joy, rejoice.
Holy, Holy Trinity, era is full of wonders, wonderful God.
Holy Trinity, weak, is full of joy, rejoice.
Holy, Holy Trinity Day is full of wonders, wonderful God.
Holy Trinity week is full of joy, rejoice.
Senior Christ and weak is full of miracle, receive your own.
Holy Trinity week is full of joy, rejoice.
Ida Olumbabu is full of wonders, wonderful God.
Holy Trinity week is full of joy, rejoice.
Holy Trinity Day is full of miracle, receive your own.
Holy Trinity week is full of joy, rejoice.
Holy, Holy Trinity is full of wonders, wonderful God.
Holy Trinity week is full of joy, rejoice.
Olumba is my Valentine. I know that he loves me even better.
Olumba is my Valentine. I know that he loves me even better.
Olumba is my Valentine. I know that he loves me even better.
Olumba is my Valentine. I know that he loves me even better.
Olumba is my Valentine. I know that he loves me even better.
Olumba is my Valentine. I know that he loves me even better.
Olumba is my Valentine. I know that he loves me even better.
Olumba is my Valentine. I know that he loves me even better.
Worldly lovers, they will deceive you, but Olumba will never fail.
Olumba is my Valentine. I know that he loves me even better.
Worldly lovers, they will deceive you, but Olumba will never fail.
Olumba is my Valentine. I know that he loves me even better.
Even your husband, he will break your heart, but Olumba will never fail.
Olumba is my Valentine. I know that he loves me even better.
Even your boyfriend, they will deny you when you face with troubles of life.
Olumba is my Valentine. I know that he loves me even better.
Even your boyfriend, they will break your heart when you're faced with troubles of life.
Olumba is my Valentine. I know that he loves me even better.
In time of sickness, they will forsake you. Only Olumba will stand by you.
Olumba is my Valentine. I know that he loves me even better.
Worldly lovers, they will deceive you, but Olumba will stand by you.
Olumba is my Valentine. I know that he loves me even better.
In time of sickness, they will deny you. Only Olumba will never fail.
Olumba is my Valentine. I know that he loves me even better.
In time of trouble, they will deny you when you are faced with troubles of life.
Olumba is my Valentine. I know that he loves me even better.
He sent the dear son to die for me. There is no greater love than this.
Olumba is my Valentine. I know that he loves me even better.
He sent his dear son to die for me. There is no greater love than this.
Olumba is my Valentine. I know that he loves me even better.
He gave his life, he died on the cross. There is no greater love than this.
Olumba is my Valentine. I know that he loves me even better.
Only lovers, they will deceive you, but Olumba will never fail.
Olumba is my Valentine. I know that he loves me even better.
Even your husband, he will break your heart, but Olumba will never fail.
Olumba is my Valentine. I know that he loves me even better.
He is your best friend. He will not deny you when you're faced with troubles of life.
Olumba is my Valentine. I know that he loves me even better.
He sent his dear son to die for me. There is no greater love than this.
Olumba is my Valentine. I know that he loves me even better.
He gave his life, he died on the cross. There is no greater love than this.
Olumba is my Valentine. I know that he loves me even better.
Love him with all your heart. Now I say there is no other one you have.
Olumba is my Valentine. I know that he loves me.
Star Cross Television is the only entertaining station with spiritual messages reaching the world.
Olumba is my Valentine. I know that he loves me even better.
Your boyfriend will deny you.
Keep going, keep going.
Your boyfriend will break your heart. But Olumba will
this one, she don't enter KZ. Welcome back. It is Morning Star Breakfast Show. And what you watched was a snippet of the flag off of yesterday's Trinity Week celebration, which is from yesterday through to Sunday this week. So all that involved in that celebration, the Christ servants, ensure you are at the world headquarters to make it more memorable. And congratulations to all that are involved in the Holy Trinity Week celebration. That was it, the singing moment where you had the Olumba is, and that song comes every 14th of
and then the other every
February.
14th, and then the other one they usually sing for their week. Holy Trinity Week is full of joy, rejoice.
This is not Wednesday.
Holy, see, you know, it's because there's joy there. That's why you should stop the song. Now, wow, sister, you don't have love. You don't have love for my name.
I do.
Allow my name to excel. Now let's
joy,
go.
joy, 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 joy. I'm singing it now. All right, thank you so much. That we'll soon be wrapping up this session, but let's go straight to our live chat on YouTube to see what our audience there watching also have to say concerning all we have discussed today, and of course their acknowledgements. Sister Joy.
Yes. Now, from Josephine Olima is the first to greet us this morning. It says, greetings to all children of God. Happy anger-free day. Hello, Star Cross TV crew. Hello, Queen. Enjoy Dambo na una sister Josephine.
Hi, Sister Josephine.
Good morning to you too. Now we have Ntabi Brand says, peace of the Most High God, His Holiness Olumba Obu. Peace of the Father be with you too. And then we have Ekwi King says, please keep my tea, Sister Queen and Sister Joy Dambo.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Brother Kemines.
Thank
Thank you. And then from Gladys Oyebo says, nice topic. We are told to forgive at all times. Well done, Sister P. Smith. Thank you so much, Sister Gladys. Say happy Holy Trinity Week to all children of Abba Father the world over. Thank you, Father, from Sides. Blessed Benedict says perfect peace and all. Okay, perfect peace, all. Thank you, Father. Then special greetings to our beloved presenter, Sister Queen Sam and Sister Joy Dambo, aka JD. You guys are looking great this morning.
Thank
from Sister
you.
Gladys.
We really appreciate.
Thank you so much, Sister Gladys, and thank you all for your comments. Thank you all for your contributions this morning, whatever it is you said, and thank you for watching. For those of you that we're burning your data on YouTube watching us, thank you so much. God bless you all. I think we're coming to the end of this program this morning.
But let's just refresh.
We started this morning talking about anger, how to control your anger, how to let go of anger, how to forgive and let go, give yourself peace of mind. You know, forgiving somebody is for your own good and not for the person's good. Believe it or not. That's why even when you go before the throne of God, like I said earlier, God will always ask you to forgive your offenders first before you come to Him with your penitent heart. Seek for forgiveness. Now, after forgiveness, we also talked about love in the air. Love in the air. Are you willing to open your account details, to somebody you loved? Sister Queen Sam said no. She said no.
And
But
Sister
I
Joy
said
said
maybe.
It depends.
It depends.
Her response was it depends.
It
And she
depends.
went on.
I
say-
gave my reasons.
Okay.
So yes, but that's true. I can do it. Depend on the account.
No. I think I have my reasons for saying no.
Okay.
Because I am very much not having anybody that I can show my accounts to. As you know, when it comes to accounts,
No, they said family members, anybody
my
at
family,
all.
they
Sister,
won't
what were
even
you
pry.
thinking?
They won't even pry. They won't pry. I'm not even living with family. Like, we are working. We're in the service, so there's no person that come and ask you, show me your account details. But if they would, it's a no from me. I wouldn't even like it. I'm not here to come and say I'm going to. I wouldn't.
No, we're not
I wouldn't.
sent. We're not sent.
It doesn't make me a bad person. I
Yes.
just wouldn't.
Yeah.
And I think anyone who would,
Everybody's
have their
entitled to their
reasons.
choice
Yeah.
of things,
Yeah.
So it's not like it's a must. But anyways, learn to share, learn to show love
Of
to one
course,
another.
that one is necessary.
Very necessary. Very, very.
And we should also limit Valentine to spouses, and don't get pressured by what people do online. Trust me, a lot of people are doing it for themselves to make themselves happy.
And we saw, I told you yesterday, I
Yes.
was sleeping on social media. I saw videos where people
Yeah.
were surprising themselves. Oh my God, you're surprised. Well, and then at the end of the day, they say, I decided to surprise myself.
Yesterday, one that touched me most, especially for spouses' affection, was a lady who paid her husband's debt of 1.3 million naira. The debt the man has been paying monthly. When you collect loan, there's this way of getting back the loan. The bank does monthly withdrawals from your account. So the lady paid off the debt, so
All
the man
of
wasn't
them,
in
yeah.
debt anymore. It touched the man so much. So a lot of people do a lot of things to demonstrate their affections and love for you. So don't compare the love you see from your neighbor or from social media with the ones you're receiving physically. Just understand and be contented. I hope that rings a bell in your mind. All right, we're almost coming to the end of the program, but let's remind you, tomorrow we'll be having
the
Old School Tunes Wednesday on Morning Star Breakfast Show. We'll be having the likes of Her Eminence Jenny Iyang, Her Eminence Malcolm, and a brother, which we wouldn't spill the beans, who would be coming tomorrow, to get your request and also sing for us to sing for you and make merry tomorrow. So ensure you come in full chest, in full vibes tomorrow, and vibe with us on Morning Star Breakfast Show. Also tomorrow we'll be having by 4 p.m. music on demand with the celebrity Peter Ado, the musical king, who was requested last Wednesday on the program, and that will be hosted by the ever-blazing JD Joy Dambo and DJ Sprada by 4 p.m. tomorrow. It will be a live program, so please come online and support your girl JD. Send your requests for songs, they will play for you. Music on demand, just like the the name implies. You demand for a song, the DJ plays it. Unfortunately, it's not going to be old school, so all the new school songs that they have recorded, you can ask on Music on Demand. Also by 6 p.m. tomorrow we'll be having BCS Foreigner, where we'll get to discuss everything concerning the Bible, the everlasting gospel, as well. It's just a Bible class program for you to get informed about things that happen in the Bible, why things are the way they are, and of course we are always taking references from the everlasting gospel, as our Holy Father, the supernatural teacher, teaches us, so would also get to demonstrate during that program. And one other thing I should not fail to remind you is to please continue supporting Starcross Television. I like our MCR guys to display our screen on our screen our account details for you to please support all our programs. We are seeking for sponsors from BCS Foreigner. We have a film segment and we require you to sponsor the program, so please contact us via our official official lines and get in touch with the marketer from Starcross Television and he would be guiding you on how to show your support. For now, it's goodbye from us. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support online and from the TV. We see you and we appreciate you. Until we come your way tomorrow morning, I remain your girl, Queen Sam.
And I remain Joy Dambo, aka JD. Bye for now.
Remain blessed.